Little Tokyo, a vibrant cultural enclave in the heart of Los Angeles, a place where history, resilience, and artistic expression come together to preserve the legacy of the Japanese American experience. But today, Little Tokyo faces challenges. In 2024, the National Trust for Historic Preservation named it one of America's 11 most endangered historic places. Large-scale development, rising rents, vandalism, and blurring of boundaries with Skid Row threaten the neighborhood's character, legacy businesses, and cultural institutions. Through public art, we honor the past, celebrate the present, and envision the future. The Sugihara Monument commemorates Chiune Sugihara, a Japanese diplomat who defied orders and saved thousands of Jewish refugees during World War II. His story of courage and moral conviction echoes through this monument, reminding us of the power of human compassion. However, this important piece of history has been vandalized. As part of our cultural preservation efforts, we must restore and maintain this monument, ensuring its message of bravery and humanity endures for generations. Named after Reverend Howard Toriumi, a leader in the post-war rebuilding of Little Tokyo, this plaza is a space for community gatherings and artistic expression. It represents the resilience of a community that has withstood displacement and adversity, emerging stronger each time. Currently sitting above a concrete parking structure, Toriumi Plaza has the potential to be transformed into a dynamic park that tells a story of Little Tokyo from many perspectives, one rooted in history, culture, and community identity. Go for broke, a phrase that embodies the unwavering spirit of the Nisei soldiers who fought in World War II. Despite facing racism and incarceration at home, their sacrifices paved the way for future generations, and this monument ensures their legacy endures. Once a historic church, now home to Union Center for the Arts, this building serves as a hub for archiving our history and giving artists an opportunity to share their voice and expression. The center fosters storytelling through East West Players Theater, LA Art Corps Gallery, and visual communications, ensuring that our stories continue to be told. The Molecule Man by Jonathan Brodsky. This abstract sculpture stands as a testament to unity and interconnection. It symbolizes how culture, history, and people are intertwined, each part vital to the whole. The figures of Molecule Man, 1 + 1 + 1, are connected facing inwards, referencing the molecules of all human beings, part of a collective existence. In a place like Little Tokyo, the past and future meet in art and public spaces.
The Japanese garden, which is the James Irvine Garden, waterfalls coming from the top, flowing into the bottom, the history of the Japanese immigrants coming into Hawaii in America. For about 54 years, the stream came down, and then it separated out at the time when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and so there were two streams coming in. One stream was basically the people that were internment camp, the 130,000 internment camp people intent, and then on the right was the Nisei soldiers. And then they came at the bombing of Hiroshima. The two gardens came together into a pool of dreams and the future. Nisei, they came back to become, start to establish in the pool of dreams in terms of the future, becoming a leader, a teacher, the doctors and the research and so forth. And of the pool flowed into the American mainstream. That was the time when, in 1988, Reagan gave the reparation and redress for the Japanese Americans. That's the history of the garden in terms of how the design behind it. It's a beautiful garden, but it really tells about the story of the Japanese American century from 1885 to 1988.
Preserving history requires more than just restoration. It calls for the documentation and archiving. By creating a digital archive of public art in Little Tokyo, we ensure that every sculpture, mural, and monument is recorded, studied, and shared. Over the years, plaques have gone missing from various public art pieces, erasing important historical context. This effort safeguards cultural memory, restores lost elements, and allows future generations to engage with these artworks in meaningful ways. Little Tokyo is more than a district, it's a cultural sanctuary. As we stand on historic First Street, we see the past reflected in murals, architecture, and public art. As we move into a new era, the importance of cultural preservation grows. The digital age allows us to document and share history in unprecedented ways, ensuring that future generations remain connected to their roots. Public art is a reflection of history and identity, a way to share stories, celebrate heritage, and inspire future generations. In Little Tokyo, cultural preservation is an ongoing journey woven into the fabric of the city through art and community engagement. Join us in honoring the cultural heart of Little Tokyo.